Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Dr. Ravneet Kaur. I am an assistant professor in Department of Electronics at Acharya Narendradev College, University of Delhi. In this video, I am going to discuss how to write a C program. But before actual writing of a program, there are certain prerequisites which one should know. Before writing a program, one should know about the character set, which is a valid set of characters that are used in the source program or characters available when program is executing. It includes alphabets both in uppercase and lowercase from A to Z, digits from 0 to 9, special characters which you can see on the screen, and certain white space characters are also used. Once you are well versed with the character set, you should know about the data types. Data types are basic building block of any programming language, and in C they are classified into three major types: primitive type, derived type, and user defined type. Primitive type includes character, integer, floating point, double, void. Derived type includes signed, unsigned, long, double. And under signed you have signed char, signed short, signed int, signed long. And under unsigned you have unsigned char, unsigned short, unsigned int, unsigned long. And then you have user defined data types, which include array, structure, union, and enumeration. If you are well versed with all these data types, then you are in a position to write a C program. After data types, one should know about the tokens. Tokens token is the smallest individual element in a program that is meaningful to the compiler. These tokens coexist together to form a program. So C tokens include identifier, constant, keyword, string literal, operators, and other symbols. Identifier are basically variables. These are the user defined name given to the memory location, and their value can change during the program run. Constant, on the other hand, are the tokens whose value cannot be changed during the program. They are once they are defined, they retain their value throughout the program. Then you have keywords. Keywords are special reserved words which convey a special meaning to the compiler. You cannot use uh, keywords as identifier and constant in a program. So they convey a special meaning to the compiler, and one cannot use them as normal identifier and constant. Then you should know about the string literals and their associated operations. Operators should also be known to you. How many operators are there in C and how they operate on various data types, one should know before writing a program. And other symbols which are there should also be known to the programmer. After token, one should know about the functions. A function is basically it's a name block of code or set of instruction included within a curly brace that performs specific tasks, and they're often used when a certain task is to be performed repeatedly in a program, which might need some line of code for same line of code for more than once in a program. So to avoid this unnecessary repetition of code, functions are used. The syntax of writing a function is quite simple. Once you are aware of the data types, you know what type of value your function will return. Based on that, you have the return type of the in the function definition. Declaration of a function is also called prototype. So here the syntax of function definition is shown. Return type shows what type of data your function is going to return. Function name is any user defined name given to the set of statements which are doing a particular task. Argument list is basically an interface of the function with the main program. if you want to provide a function with certain inputs, that can be provided through argument list. And in some cases, when a function wants to convey something to the main, that can also be done using this argument list. So function should be known before writing the program. Its prototype, its declaration, how it works. So it should be known to the programmer before writing a program. The next thing is, there are functions are of two types: predefined standard function and user defined function. Predefined standard library functions are basically collection of functions which are for commonly used operations. Um, C is very compact language with no input-output facility. So for writing to a file or screen or taking input from a keyboard or some other input device, it has to make use of functions. The information necessary to use these functions, like their declaration and definition, are provided in the header files, which are included to supplement the C language operation. So under the function, you should know about the standard library functions and user-defined function. Like I said, in C we don't have input-output facility, but there are certain standard functions like printf and scanf. Printf is used to send formatted output to the standard output device, that can be your screen, and scanf is used to take input or text from the standard input device, that can be your keyboard. So in order to use this printf and scanf, we need to have a standard library function. Then I just said that these definitions are provided in header file. So what are these header files? Header file contains a set of predefined standard library functions that are not defined within C and are to be included in C program. They are actually included in your program with the help of preprocessor directive #include. Here hash is the preprocessor directive and preprocessor, and include is to tell compiler to include something in your program. When the compiler processes the preprocessor directive, it includes standard input-output facilities that are made available to the program through scanf and printf function. So when you are actually availing input and output facility, you need to put on, or you need to include, standard library function into your program. Then the next function is the main function. Main function is the entry point of every program in C. It is the function from where execution of program starts. It's basically a user-defined function which includes all your C statements, program statements, and you can have any number of statements here. And these statements are executed sequentially. After writing main, execution control directly goes to the main function. Statements there are executed sequentially till return is encountered. As you can see in the syntax of this main function, you have the return type as int, then you have a main function, name of the function main, and you have a curly brace within which you can write your statements, and you have a return type. That means you have a return statement, that is 0. I'll discuss this return statement later in the video. For the time being, you should know that in order to write a C program, main function is a must, and it is the first function where program execution goes. So every C program should have a main function. In the previous discussion, I talked about preprocessor directive. Preprocessor directive begins with the character hash, and they are terminated by a new line, that is a enter. These are basically directions or instructions given to the compiler to pre-process the information or to process some program before compilation, that is before processing. That's why the name suggests preprocessor. In order to have input output facility in the form of printf and scanf function, we need to have a standard library. That standard library is this stdio.h, standard input output.h, and it is included in your program with the help of hash include preprocessor directive. Now, after knowing the prerequisites, we are actually about to write a program. So before writing, we need to understand the structure of a C program. It is basically divided into various sections, as you can see on the screen. Normally in a C program, the first line is the comment line or the documentation section, where you actually write what your program is actually doing. Then you have a preprocessor directive or link section. Here you include your standard files with the help of preprocessor directive. Then after that you have space reserved for global variable and function declaration. Global variable are those variable or function which are not defined within any function, and they can be accessed by all other function in the main program. So after having global variable and function declaration, you have your main function, and within main function you declare some certain variables, constants, functions, and all these function constant, they are local to the main function. Local variable or function are declared inside a function or a block and are used only by the statements that are inside that block. So anything written within the curly braces of this main function is local to this main function, and anything written uh, out of main is global. Then you can make use of certain statement functions in the main statement, and at the end you should have a return statement. And after actually defining your main, you need to define other functions which are there in your program. Now we have a simple C sample program. Here I try to explore each and everything which I have written in the previous documentation. Here the program says uh, it is to display text, that is welcome to C programming. So program to display the text welcome to C programming is a comment line. As you can see, it is written between these two pair of symbols, that is slash and asterisk and slash. These are actually used to write a comment in a C program, and that to a multi-line comment. Then you have your hash include stdio.h within this get browse. This is the preprocessor directive, and it is actually instructing your compiler to include this stdio header file into your program so that you can make use of scanf and printf. And after that you can see two parallel lines, and there you have written preprocessor directive to include the header file. This double slash is for single line comment. So while writing a C program, we can provide comments so that your program is well documented. Anybody can read and understand what your program is actually doing. After writing the preprocessor directive or including your header files, we switch to main. So main is is a function. First we need to have its return type. So the return type of main is int, and then the name of the function, which is main. Main is basically a, a thing or a word which has to be written in a C program. You cannot have any other user defined name. So it's a function which is to be in the program. Then after writing this main, within the main, with the help of this printf statement, welcome to C programming is written within double quotes. Anything written within double quotes in printf is taken to be as a string. String is basically sequence of character terminated by a backslash, so that it is like you can read or write the whole characters array in one go. If you talk about this welcome to C programming, it is collection of characters enclosed within these two double quotes. So whenever you are having such statements in your program, it will be displayed as it is to the screen, onto your screens. After writing this, you have a return statement, return 0. Return is to return from the main to your OS, and 0 specifies that you're returning without any error. So since you are returning integer, your integer returning integer value, your return type is int, and in the output you will be having welcome to C programming statement. Actually, what we have written is a source code, which when given to the compiler will get converted to the binary code, and whatsoever input we provide to our source code, which upon execution will give you an output. This is the actual flow of your program. uh, I tried to simulate, or I tried to compile the program and get the result out of it, and this is what I get onto the screen. So this is how we write our first program using C. Thank you. Thank you for your patience.